So that's it. We are live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Talk and Talk is a platform that you can talk in English, Spanish, French, and Italian. I'm not a teach. This is not a class. I'm just a student as you guys, and I will lead this immersion today. And we are going to talk about social media. Okay. So I will divide us into small groups. 1 minute, guys. One minute. If you receive the bottom, just click, please. And that's it. I will present myself, okay? So I'm Larissa, I'm a hostess here on Talk and Talk. I'm 25 years old, I'm an architect, I work with landscaping, and I live in Rio with my husband, and that's it. I've been here since 2021, I guess, since the pandemic, and now I'm a hostess. So what about you, Patricia? Can you present yourself, please?
Hello, everyone. My name is Patricia. I am 33 years old. I'm from Rio de Janeiro. I'm married. I have a degree in library science and also have an MBA in marketing. I work as a library assistant. In my free times, I like to listen to music, play some musical instruments, watch movies, series, and play online games with my friends.
Okay, great. Thank you for sharing. And what about you, Gabriel? Good to see you here again.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm Gabriel. I'm from Rio too, similar, both of Patricia and Larissa. I'm a software developer. Actually, I'm changing my career since 1 year and 1 month, more or less. I try to change the technology career. So I do graduated. Information system information. I don't know exactly the name. So I'm 29 years old. In my free time, I like to play with my colleagues too in the internet and watching soccer in the TV. And that's it.
Okay, great. And what about you, Sonia?
Hello, everyone. I think it's my first time with you, Larissa. I don't know, but I am Sonia. I am from Paraguay. I live in Asunción, Paraguay. I'm a psychologist. I'm married. I don't have kids. My husband is from Brazil. I am here in Talk and Talk since June, growing my English. In my free time, I collection orchids. I like them very much. I have a lot of them. I like to go to the gym, but nowadays I'm not going. I need to go to start again. I like to watch a series, spend time with my little nephew, with my pets, with my family, and that's it, I think.
Okay, thank you for coming today. And what about you, Fabio? Is it your first time with me?
Yes, with you is my first time. I already know Sonia, Gabriel, maybe Patricia. but with you, I think it's my first time.
Okay.
I live in São Paulo since I was 3 or 4 years old, but I was born in Goiás. Today, I'm not working. I'm still searching for a new opportunity. I am a student of administration, business administration. And in my free time, also Patricia and Gabriel, I like to play with my friends. And in the last month, I start to play online on Twitch, streaming my gameplays, and that's it.
Okay, great. Thank you for coming today. So let's start with the questions, okay? Number one, which social media do you usually use in your routine? Is there a social media that you don't like anymore? So in my case, I use too much Instagram and Twitter. Now it's X, it's strange for me. And I like Twitter because I like to follow the gossip, right? And Instagram to see some stories, some pictures of my friends and my family, And I remember in the past I used too much Facebook, but nowadays I don't like anymore. I think it's more for old people, right? Not too old, but older than me, like my parents. And that's it. And so, hello, Mateus. Hello.
Hello, Larissa.
Hello. We are discussing the question number 1. Okay, let me share with you again. And Patricia, can you answer the question?
I totally agree with you. I usually use Twitter and Instagram. I don't know WhatsApp if consider as a social media, but I use Twitter and Instagram a lot. I don't like anymore Facebook. I don't like, because this social media to me is boring. I don't like. But Twitter is amazing because the memes are created there, and the news, the faster are faster. So I prefer Twitter.
Okay. And what about you, Sonia?
In my case, I am an old woman, and so I use Facebook. I use Facebook for fun, to keep contact with my family or friends who lives in other countries. And I have my professional profile too, when I post some articles or some things about my job. I use LinkedIn and Instagram. I use LinkedIn especially for work, and Instagram to post my flowers or some pictures that I like, or to follow famous people, maybe. I don't like Twitter. I use it sometimes, but I don't like Twitter. I consider it is very aggressive social media, and I really don't like.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes it's hard to see something. And yeah, I use LinkedIn too, especially now on Talk and Talk, and people post too much about me, about my immersion. So it's crazy. And what about you, Gabriel?
Yeah, nowadays I usually to use LinkedIn because jobs. I send the resume, help me for to send, and for to just for to memes, you know. I use it Instagram of this. Sometimes Facebook too, for to uh see some stories, you know, so you can slap up and found many things about this. But I'm 80% more or less 80% I use LinkedIn, you know. And about the social media, I don't like it anymore. For example, tweet, I'm not usually to use it Twitter, you know.
Okay, okay. I think I see a lot of tweets, but I don't tweet too much, you know. I use Twitter in a passive way, right? And Fabio, what about you? Can you answer this question?
Yes. In the past, I used to be a heavy user of social media, but today I'm not comfortable anymore because we have a lot of discussions that not to be safe, respectful, and I think that not funny anymore. You know, I have Twitter since 2006, 7, I don't know, and the last years is the worst time to be on Twitter. It's so suck. um but I have Twitter. I enter Twitter every day, and I used to be so uh mad when I on Twitter. Um, and that's it. I am like you. I use in a passive way. I don't tweet a lot, but I tweet sometimes. But I used to read the news, to know the memes today that people are using today, and be so mad sometimes. I don't like to use LinkedIn anymore because people use LinkedIn to show yourself, that to show their jobs are perfect, and these kind of things, you know, like Instagram, when we have a perfect life, a perfect school. I don't know, Instagram is a fake, so also LinkedIn today, I think. And when I open my LinkedIn, I have to read some layoff posts, some fire people post, and I think for me, when because I'm searching for a new job, it's not good. You know, I used to enter on LinkedIn 3 times per week. And so I enter, search for a new job, send my resume, and close LinkedIn. And that's it.
Okay, I totally agree with you because we need to have a filter because we just saw a small part of the person and could be dangerous. The
Yes.
comparison could be so sad, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And Mateus, can you present yourself very quickly and answer this question, please?
Yes, Larissa. In my case, I like LinkedIn because there are any topics about the jobs, about the my area that I like, and I see that Facebook I don't like anymore because the relevant content isn't that attractive. I use in the past the Facebook nowadays during the week, but now I don't like anymore. I use it during the week, during the day, during my job, LinkedIn and Instagram. I like Instagram too. Instagram, I have one account, professional account for my area that I work as a data analyst, and I have one account in the Instagram that I use for posts some uh, describe the area, the new opportunities, uh, the different topics about this area. I like this LinkedIn and Instagram.
Okay. I have a professional profile too on Instagram to post some project that I made, but I don't post anymore because nowadays I'm just work as a CLT and I don't have time to do freelance, you know. So the question number 2, Gabriel, can you read and answer the question, please? You are muted.
I'm sorry.
Great, great. Go ahead.
And number 3.
Two.
Two.
Yeah.
Have you analyzed if you use social media in a healthy way? How many hours a day do you spend your phone? Actually, in the past, more or less, I used so much some social medias, and it's not a healthy way, you know, just for to see memes, you know. Doesn't things that you don't add in nothing in your life, for example. So I was in the past in that this kind of things, but nowadays I'm trying to change this, you know. And how many hours I use the cell phone? I don't know exactly. I don't know the many hours. I don't know, but I use it just for to necessary, you know. So for example, see some message and in WhatsApp and some kind of things. For example, in Instagram, it's could be happen too, but it's not too much, you know. So just for to do maybe 1 hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, more or less, you know, if I add all the day, you know, all the times in the day.
Okay, great. I don't know the exactly number,
Yeah.
but I believe too much hours that I like it to spend my time, but I try to reduce the time and I try to do another things like I spend 1.5 hours to go to the office. So I take a book with me and I can read that I don't spend all the time on Instagram, for example, and I try to reduce. And Fabio, what about you?
Hello? Okay. Yes, like I said, for me, it's not healthy to be a lot of time on social media, like LinkedIn, Instagram, because like I said, like you said, we used to make some comparisons in when you have a bad moment and you see a person having a good moment in their life. For me, it's not good. Today, I only spent you know 10 minutes on Twitter tomorrow in the morning. Later, I think in my lunchtime, I spend some 12 minutes. I don't know. I used to be more on my computer today, playing some games and using Discord. Discord, it's a platform to talk with my friends about the game, about my life, and it's like Facebook groups. And I don't know. I used to be a little. I don't have too much time to. I think in my mind I don't have too much time to spend on the internet, comparing, make some comparison with other people, and that's it.
Okay. It's a good number, just some minutes, right? It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
The most time I spend when I sending resume on LinkedIn. I used to be 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, and that's it.
Okay, thank you. And Sonia, what about you?
Question number 2.
Yeah, number 2.
Yes, I think I use social media in a healthy way, because I use for fun, like I said before, and I use it to post articles of my area, and read about orchids or psychology too, or read something about my family or my friends. I don't spend very a lot of time on my phone. Depends, because I help to my mother to post some things that she sells from her farm, like cheese or honey, and I help her to sell uh, the cheese and honey through internet. And I have to be I have to pay attention if I have a message of a client or something like that. But I use social media for that kind of things. I don't use for other things, and especially I use Facebook and Instagram. And of course, I use WhatsApp because it's a way that I communicate with my mother, my aunt, and my family.
Okay, I always help my mom with the internet and the cell phone because she don't know how to use well. So I totally understand. And Mateus, what about you?
Well, I don't know how many hours is healthy way. Because during the week I use LinkedIn for few hours a day, successive hours a day, specifically LinkedIn. But what hours healthy? I don't know. I think 30 minutes is the is exactly. I think, but see, the health. How many hours is away for the health? I don't remember. But LinkedIn, for example, I use LinkedIn and during holidays for excessive hours. For example, during the 1 hour during the day, I use LinkedIn, specifically LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. I don't use in successive hours, but LinkedIn I use in successive hours. But I think mm, after 5 hours, after 3 hours is damage for health. I think 1 hour, the depending the situation, I think is good. Depends the objective, but after 1 hour, I think it's damage for health. 3 hours, 5 hours, I think it's damage for health. But in my case, I use it during the week, né, for excessive 1 hour, 30 minutes, 1 hour, I use LinkedIn.
Okay, so you use LinkedIn with a purpose, so to get a new job, right? So I think it's really helpful, right?
It's
It's
necessary.
okay. Yeah, it's necessary, right? And Patricia, what about you?
I have never analyzed my use on social media, but since the end of pandemic, I reduced my use on social media. I usually pass 4 or 5 hours per day, but I use my phone more to listen to music when I'm going to and from work, or playing games to relax my pause on work, that then use it to social media.
Yeah, I use Spotify too
Yeah,
much.
Deezer.
Yeah, I need to listen a podcast even I'm working. So for me, it's totally necessary.
Yeah.
So the next question is, what is the first thing you do when you wake up? Do you usually check your notifications? Yeah, in my case, it's true because I need to turn off my alarm, and it's very automatic. I always check my notifications and check my WhatsApp, and that's it. What about you, Fabio?
The first thing I do is turn off my my alarm, but I throw my phone away and spend some 10 minutes in my bed, and after that, the first thing I really do is say good morning to my little dog, and some 5 minutes play with him, and after that, when I'm going to chicken to take my breakfast, I eat it, reading the notifications, my WhatsApp groups, Twitter memes, and after that I used to do my things.
Okay, great morning, right? And Mateus, what about you?
In my case, when I wake up, I see my notification in my cell phone. I I see my LinkedIn, my WhatsApp, and after that, I turn off my cell phone. But when I wake up, I see my notifications, my message, specific message in my LinkedIn. But depends the day. But normally, I when I wake up, I make the activities, see my messages, send one message for my father, my mother, my sister, but it's not mm, how can I say, uh, all days, not all days, but in some days I when I wake up, I see my notification, write one message,
Okay, thank you for sharing. Patricia, what about you?
I check my notifications too. I check messages on WhatsApp to my family, my boss, my friends, and I put some 5 minutes on alarm to sleep a bit more too.
Yeah, me too. And Gabriel, what about you? Do you check your notifications?
Yeah, first I turn off the alarm and see my the first thing I check my email, you know. I check my email for some messages, some company, I don't know, because I'm trying to find a job. So I the first thing I do, check my email. After that, WhatsApp and other things, and come back for to sleep.
Okay. I just check my mail after 9 a.m. just in the office, right? Because I'm not paid for this before my oh my God, I forgot the words. Okay.
Work
Sonia,
time, yeah, I don't know.
more
Yeah.
time. Yes, thank you. And Sonia, what about you?
The first time, the first thing that I do when I wake up, I go to wash my arm, my face, and I put social. I don't know what's it. Some protector solar. I don't know in English. I forget the word. And we have to we like to have breakfast in bed with my husband. He make the breakfast and we have breakfast in bed and talk a little before to start working, especially therapy. I don't check my notifications. I check after my breakfast, or if I'm waiting for a message from my mother or my family, I check. But if I don't wait a message, an important message, I don't check my phone. I prefer have my breakfast, quiet and calm, say hello to my pets, like Samuel said, call and flash, and after I check my message.
Yeah, great. Sonia, you are an example for me because I need to do more skincare and have time to do a breakfast because sometimes I can't eat before my job. And that's that. So I think we can skip the next question. And Patricia, can you read the question number 5?
Have you ever thought about doing a social media detox? Sometimes I would like to delete or suspend my social media, but I know they are important to maintain communication with people. But I have ever thought about doing a social media detox.
Yeah, I think do a detox, it's too heavy for me. I prefer to reduce because detox, it's a kind of diet and it's so hard to eliminate this in my life, to delete in my life. So I prefer to reduce step by step, right?
Yeah.
And Gabriel, what about you?
Which number? 4 or
Number
5?
5. 5.
5. Have you ever? What's about doing a social? No, no.
Okay, great answer. But why?
I don't know. I don't like.
It's hard to think, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
I
hard.
understand. Okay. Sonia, what about you?
So number 5.
Number 5, right?
No, I think I reduce the use. For example, if I go to a meeting with my family or my friends, I never had my cell phone with me. I left my cell phone on my bag and I spend time with my family or my friends without the cell phone because I hate when we have a meeting and someone is watching the cell phone all the night. For me, it's unrespectful and I don't like it. I just reduce to use. And when if I, if I am on vacation, if if we travel with my husband, I don't use the cell phone. I use just for send message to my mother to say here we are good, it's okay, how are you? And so just for for that I don't depend at all of cell phone or
Okay,
social media.
great. You are an example, right? So, Fabio, have you ever thought about a detox or now?
I already did in the past when I when I studied to be on college. But today I think I don't think anymore because I spent a little time per day, so it's more easy to administrate my time on social media. I have some, I don't know, have days oh my gosh, I don't
You
enter.
don't use? Okay.
Yes, I don't use my cell phone a lot. I have I have, I don't know, 9, I have 15 social medias app on my cell phone, but have some apps I don't use. I don't ever I don't ever enter one time. I need to delete these apps, but I think today is more is easy to not enter because I already did a detox, and it's like you said, it's almost a die feeling, you know. You don't see anybody, you don't know nothing, and it's crazy, but it's good. It's very good.
Yeah, because we are adults and we don't have time to see another person, see our friend and family every day, every week. So we need to keep in touch, right? To
Yes,
keep in contact.
I use my Instagram to do this. I have the ability, the function to select my friends, my family to see only they posts, you know. So
Okay.
my timeline only shows my family, friends, and important people I want to see. And I used to do this.
Okay, great. And Mateus, what about you?
Well, in my case, I have in the past, because in the past I used Facebook a lot of days in few hours, and in the few years ago, I make this the Facebook because I use it for many hours, and there is the damage for the health. And today I don't use anymore Facebook because this, but in the past I have this action because I use it, a lot of hours is the damage for my health.
Okay, great point. And about the question number 7, because we don't have too much time in this immersion, okay? So, Sonia, do you usually use your cell phone to escape reality? Question number 7.
Sorry, and in my case, no. I don't use my cell phone to escape reality. I prefer to watch my reality and think what is the best that I can do. No, in my case, no.
In my case, sometimes I use my cell phone to escape reality, especially when I'm in a place just by myself, alone, because sometimes it's boring, just observe another person, observe the place, and sometimes I use my cell phone to do this. And Patricia, what about you?
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Larissa. Sometimes, for example, when I play a game that has a history, I don't not see the time passing. So I agree with you.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Mateus?
Well, in my case, no, I read in this case, I read my book, the different books. I talk with my friends. I listen to one music, but the cell phone, no, I don't use it cell phone for the specific action, but I like in this case read one book, watch one movie, talk to my friends, my sister, my mother, my father.
Okay, great. I want to buy a Kindle to read more because I just have some books behind me and I don't have too much books because they are so expensive, right? And that's what about you, Fabio? About the question number 7.
I don't used to use my cell phone, but I use my computer to escape from reality. I spent some time playing some games in when I don't searching for a job, when I'm not studying, I'm playing some computer game.
Okay, great. And Gabriel, what about you?
Yeah, the cell phone not, but I like to see movies, movies, play some games too, and actually I escape the reality. But sometimes I like to see some videos in YouTube that you can exist a guy, some guys that you, for example, pass the if cities around the world, For example, I was in the French, and after 30 minutes I was in the Switzerland, yeah, and after Netherlands, so many kinds of things. So I know this kind of all these countries, because I see all the day. I like so much. So I escape from reality, and I invite everybody for to see this in the YouTube. Is very cool.
Okay, thank you. What is the name of this channel? Do you know?
It's many guys. I don't know the name exactly, but you can put in the YouTube for check. A cycle, maybe some kind of things. A cycle in some country. For example, you can choose some country and a guy with a bicycle and country Switzerland. So many parts of the Switzerland, the guys film all the city, and some kind of place, but appears that você está lá, So it's very cool. It's very nice.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And Mateus, can you read the question number 8, please?
Yes, just a minute. Do
Number
you
8.
usually live without pushing?
No, number 8.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Can you see the
Do
question?
you
Okay.
do you feel anxious when notification arrive on your cell phone? Are you afraid of missing something important? In my case, depende the notification, but normally I'm not anxious. I'm not anxious, but uh, when I went one answer for the LinkedIn, I make an anxious, but normally I'm not anxious during the day. I'm very relaxed when I how can I say aguardo, Larissa?
You wait?
Wait, yes, wait
Yeah.
one answer in the social media, on the notification. But normally very I'm not anxious during the day when I wait one answer.
Yeah, in the past, I felt very anxious to see all the stories on Instagram, all the pictures, but nowadays I discovered the concept of JOMO. It's like joy of missing something. And it's really okay if I don't see all the posts because I'm living my life and I don't have time to spend all day my cell phone. So for me, it's okay. I don't feel anxious nowadays. And Patricia, do you feel anxious or not?
Sometimes depends of the social media, but I always put my cell phone on silent mode
Me
because
too.
I need to concentrate on other things like work, for example. So sometimes depends.
Yeah, me too. I understand. Sonia, what about you?
In my case, normally not, but if I expecting some answer of clients or something like that, yes, I feel anxious, but not in social media exactly. If I watch, I receive a message from my mom or my uncle, for example. Yes, I feel a little anxious because I prefer to answer them as soon as possible. But in social media, I can watch my notifications at night or after my immersion or work. No, it's not important for me.
Okay, great. And Fabio, what about you?
Yes, I am an anxiety person, so because of this, I turn off almost all notifications from my cell phone. I only receive uh, WhatsApp notification, but I don't see the text. You know, I only receive a notification that says fulano sending a new message. Send a photo, etc. Just because I don't want to have a anxiety attack, and I think for me it's so good. So, people don't see when the last time I was online, and when I online, they see only when I'm typing, and it's so good. You don't have the people, oh, please answer me now, I know you online. This is so boring. I think people are crazy doing things like this.
Yeah.
Bitch, get better. It's only, I think, it's all I think. uh, are you afraid of missing something important? No, not anymore. In the when I start to use my notifications this way, I have a very I had a lot of afraid, but today it's good to not receive notifications, not I don't have to see at the time, you know. I can see when I want my
Okay,
notifications.
great strategy, right? And Gabriel, do you feel anxious?
Uh, Not anymore. I was so much, but not anymore. Because for me it doesn't matter now, you know. Uh, just for example, when I see this question, associate about the job, you know, job interview, something like that, about my email. But I check, for example, I receive a message in my email, I check in the time, on the time, you know. So just about this, but WhatsApping and another things doesn't matter. And are you afraid? Not so much, because it's normal. It's normal. If you don't see now, you can see 20 minutes ago. I don't know, you know.
Okay, great. Thank you for sharing. Unfortunately, we don't have time to discuss more questions, but for me, it was a great conversation about social media. And let me share with you the link of survey. 1 minute. And in the next Saturday, we are discussing about doing things by yourself, doing things alone. Okay, it was a suggestion about a person in the last immersion. And thank you for coming today, guys, and I hope to see you again. And that's it. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you. Bye bye,
Bye
guys.
bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye, people.
Bye.
See you.